Hello everybody, and Jess here, and welcome back to Magia Record episode 3, in which, kinda hard, no, it's really not hard to tell what's going to happen. In the previous episode, maybe let's start with that, maybe let's start with something else actually, pop filter. I found it in my drawer. I know why I never used it before, because it really obstructs my vision. I don't see half of the OBS window, or I don't see my list of characters. Something is obstructed. But in case it actually makes a difference, let me know. Let me know if it helps with some plosives. And this is a version without the pop filter with some powerful plosives. And let me know. If it doesn't make a difference, I'm just gonna get rid of it. If it makes a difference, then it stays. And now, Madoka Magica. I'm all over the place today. Magia Record. Previous episode. What happened? What happened is that Iroha got an idea to go to the hospital where her sister was being treated, in search for perhaps some paper trail that would confirm or deny her existence. More like confirm. Of course, on the way she got attacked by witches, because the hospital was in Kamihama City, and Kamihama City is known for being swarmed with powerful witches. And she was saved by a team of 3 other magical girls. It was Gaiden, it was Mifuyu, and Tsukuyo? Maybe, possibly. There's so many similar looking characters on the list of characters that it's really hard to tell who's who. Not gonna lie. I mean, it's modeled after a gacha game after all, or rather, it's an adaptation of the gacha game, so figures there's gonna be a lot of characters, but they really could use to be a little bit more different between each other, couldn't they? But yeah, regardless of who they were, they saved Iroha because they live in Kamihama City, so they are used to fighting strong witches. And they hear her story. Some of them don't really believe Iroha, some of them do, and want to help her. To which, I think it was Mifuyu, the blue one, I think, or the green one? I don't know. One of them. One of them was very much not liking the idea. Because of course, from like a strictly pragmatic standpoint, helping another Mahou Shoujo in a city like Kamihama puts you at risk that you don't need to be put at. So of course, it's probably not the best idea from like a self-preservation standpoint, but she gets overruled. Not really. All of the other magical girls, of course, want to help Iroha, and that causes a schism. That causes the girl to have a little bit of a falling out with her friend over that thing. They go into talking about how, oh, your wish is so stupid because it was to bring a garden back. Oh no, my wish isn't stupid, your wish is stupid. Yada yada yada, saying words that didn't have to be spoken, and that causes them to be angry with each other and break up their friendship. Now we know that it's not the first time it happened, that they already broke up and made up multiple times before, so there's hope that they will get back together, and indeed they do in the end, at least try. Which is not a good thing. Because one of them, the one who was against helping Iroha and who ran away hurt and all that jazz, she... whatchamacallit? She wrote her name on the 6th step and her former friend's name on the 7th step of some magical, mystical, legendary staircase. That if urban legends are to be believed, if you do that, then your friendship is over. Period. Definitely, it's never coming back. And if one of you dares to apologize, dares try to make up, they will be taken by the chain monster. Now we know that chain monster probably means chain witch, and indeed it seems that most of the people who wrote the names on the staircase were actually taken by the witch. So an utterly stupid move, since she knew that, yeah, being taken by a witch is a thing that can happen. It's not just an urban legend. But regardless, the move she did, and now we have to live with the consequences of that. Consequences being the episode ended with the witch trying to grab one of them into her world, into her labyrinth. Yeah, and that's where we get to today's episode, where we will probably fight that witch. Then again, Madoka Magica isn't known for like full continuity. Maybe we'll have a flashback to how their friendship used to be or something like that. That's entirely plausible. But I suspect a fight and a rescue will happen sooner or later. Whether that rescue will fail, because it's a Madoka Magica show, so it is to be expected that some of the characters will die, or it will succeed because it's based on a gacha game and characters in gacha games don't really die. Unless she wasn't actually pullable, unless she wasn't a playable character, then I guess there's no limit to NPCs dying. Then maybe she actually is taken in by the witch and turned into a thrall or a witch herself. I'm not sure. We shall see about that, of course. So probably like a third of this episode will be a fight, and the rest will be the process of making up or the process of grieving. Something thereabouts. Every episode so far seems to be pretty much like one single thing, one single issue encompassed in that one singular episode. So I don't envision this episode being much different. Although again, we will see. It might as well be a I don't know, a clip show, and it wouldn't really surprise me because it's Madoka Magica. It does whatever it wants to do. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's enough talking. So how about we just start watching, right? To do that, you will of course need your subs to follow along with me. I'm going to need my sound to hear what's going on in the show. And I'm also gonna have to ask you guys for your support. Support the channel monetarily on Patreon down below, or not. Share my content, spread the word, cost nothing, helps a lot. And with all of that out of the way, we can start watching episode 3 of Magia Record in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so a flashback to how they met, or... Well, that's certainly not the best CGI I've seen in anime, let me tell you. It's a nice steam engine you made. I'm not sure if it's actually a perpetual motion machine. Then again, it is a universe with cat aliens and magical girls, so maybe. That's a lot of books. And suddenly much fewer. Who are those characters? Hope Despair? Toka. I don't think one of our newly met Mahou Shoujos are named Toka. I mean, yeah, fair. Perfectly fair. That's why there are so many efforts to like digitize old books and old maps and whatnot. Okay, so is it Iroha? Is it Iroha's sister, the pink one in the middle? Is it Iroha like remembering another situation where two friends had a falling out or something? Where are we? Okay, so it was Iroha. She's back in her room. Your friend? Ui's friends, okay. So wait, did we am I watching the correct episode? Season 01, episode 03. I didn't skip an episode, did I? Or is the release I got like missing episodes or something? Are they mislabeled, misnumbered? Or did we legit just time skip the whole fucking thing? Or is what we've seen a flash forward? A flashback in a flash forward? Or is it a case of, and if you want to know how that story ended, play the game because it's contained within chapter 2? Or, I know, it's an event story that was running during the airing of this show. I don't know. I mean, it is episode 3v2 from the release I got it, but there isn't any v1 or one without a suffix, so I don't think it's like an alternative version. Okay, so Kaede was taken into the labyrinth and they are going about their day, but are making attempts at rescuing her. I don't fucking know. Is it Kaede? No. Someone else entirely? Whomst? And whomst? Who the fuck are those people? Well, she likes it. Has Kaede been erased from... Is what happened to Kaede the same as what happened to Ui? That she was erased from reality? But no, but there were other people who were also taken by the Chain Witch, and other people, like people here, remember that they were taken, so they couldn't have been erased. Okay, hello. We've met. Okay, so... Okay. Gotcha. It took a while, but we're getting to it. Okay, so she's like a super strong magical girl in their world. They're senpai, essentially. I mean, yeah, fair. Probably, yes. She really is bootleg Homura, isn't she? I'm sorry. But her demeanor is so Homura-ish that adjustments. Okay. Okay. I guess this is how you upgrade your units in the gacha. But you know what? I like it. As I said, I like that it builds upon what we've already learned. Like Madoka Magica was the vanilla level, and this is an expansion. Not if she remains a bitch like that. You never know when she's gonna scribble someone else's names on the staircase. That's a lot of stairs. Oh, are they writing their own names to be... Right. To be taken. Gotcha. Water! That's a much more elaborate henshin than usual. Usually it's just a plain color transformation, but this actually, like, puts some stuff on her. And another henshin. Okay. Okay. I like it. Fire! Of your powers combine, it's me, Captain Planet. Who's the heart? Iroha? Probably. She's pink after all. That's nice. Those are like the most detailed, the most involved henshins we've had since forever in Madoka Magica. Mirrors and colored water. Elements? Do units in the gacha have elements? Probably. Another henshin. Okay, they just keep coming. Iroha's element is city. Reminds me of slicers, aka throwbots. There was like element judge, element city. Okay, I was expecting like one more henshin, but no, I forgot that. Kaede isn't with us. I would bet it actually needs to be sincere. Yeah, it needs to be sincere. There have to be like actual emotions behind that. After all, witches work with emotions. Those birds look very witchy. Maybe. Yeah, okay, so she really wasn't sincere. Because you behave like that? Yeah? Be the one to apologize for once? Like, it really seems like a you problem. Okay, and there we go. Question is, does anybody else actually see that? I guess they do. Okay. I guess when Kaede was kidnapped by the Chain Witch, they weren't henshined, so they weren't able to perceive it? That would be my guess. Oh, a concert. I would have made my glow sticks if I knew. Because you never do? That really sounds like a you problem. Do? Okay, we have the source of the problem. And the confirmation that it is indeed her problem. Okay, what's going on? Just blindly staring at the screen. I mean, fair. Fair enough, honestly. I know. Oh, so it was her shapeshifting all this time. Okay, that's interesting. I thought it was all of them like taken in by the illusions and whatnot. Oh, hello, juvenile. I'm gonna call you Juve. Seems to be the case. The lengths people will go to avoid therapy. I swear. Like, this is a theme of this arc. The lengths people go to avoid going to therapy. Yeah, you're a horrible bitch, but maybe you're just meant to be this way. Is it really going to be as easy as that? Combo attack? Combo attack. Multi-shot with mirrors, that's cool. That's an amazing death animation, by the way. Turns into a tree and then withers. And Juve also disappears, which makes me believe that he only resides within the witch world and not in the real world. Okay, thank you. I guess you won't have anything against that, just buy her a nice collar. Okay, and they made up. So it wasn't a witch. It was just a thrall, or whatever you call them. Hmm. An uber witch that creates thralls as strong as regular witches? That would be my guess. And she decided to help. That's nice of her. So maybe Toka and Nemu remember we. Okay, so they aren't dead. That's good. We have a lead. Yeah, it validates her dream a little bit. What about that gem upgrade? Oh, that's it. Well, that went by really fast. I legit thought we're at like midpoint in the episode, but no, it's the episode over. I guess maybe because the first half was kind of detached from what the actual storyline would follow. I'm not sure. Interesting that the ending is all about Yachiyo. She seems like a mentor kind of a character, so maybe that's why. Oh? Oh, hello, Mami. Oh? Curious. Hmm. Huh? The coordinator? Maybe? Okay. So that really raises some questions about the timeline. Is it a different timeline? Or is it a prequel to Madoka? Or is it during Madoka? I don't know. I do not know. What I do know, however, is that we will watch it again. Shall we? Yes, we shall. And preemptively, I'm going to take out my notebook. Come on. Give me the fucking pen. There. There we go. Because I have some things to note already. Here it is. Magia Record. So, let's go through it, step by step. Those are Ui's friends, apparently very smart ones. And that's basically it. That's basically all it tells us. I was really confused. What the fuck is going on? Was Kaede actually erased from memory because erased from reality, because that would give us a lead. Perhaps we also had a falling out with someone, that someone wrote their names on the staircase, then we apologized and she got taken by the witch. Would have made perfect sense. But nobody else seems to have been forgotten, right? They know that of the, I don't know, 6 people that wrote their names there, like, what, all 6 of them were taken? Something around those lines. But no, we are doing things about it. We are meeting the coordinator and some other magical girl who is here for an appointment to modify her soul gem, apparently. Going out, reserved Momoko, call Yachiyo, Tokiwa with team. What the fuck is Tokiwa? The coordinator, yes. Being adjusted. Okay, so she does soul gem adjustments. So, okay, so it isn't just like one singular team of 3 magical girls who have their coordinator. Coordinator is a role for like the entire Kamihama City. And Yachiyo knows about Kaede despite not being part of the team. So I assume all of the magical girls know each other more or less. Staircase of Severance. The Imaginator. Of course, I can't have her drag me down. Why don't we try making some adjustments to Iroha's soul gem? Did it actually happen? Or did we just mention it and never went anywhere with it? Coordinate your soul gem and use combo attacks with your friends. Soul gem coordination has a corresponding fee, of course, the gacha currency or some other sort of currency that you farm in farming status. It's really interesting to see parallels to a gacha game here. And also, like an in-world explanation of those gacha mechanics. That's also really nice. Use combo attacks with your friends. So I assume when you bring your soul gem to 3 stars or something, then you can have combo attacks with other magical girls who also have 3-star soul gems or something. So, in the end, did she get her soul gem adjusted? And I guess not. I guess we don't know. I guess that's the answer. We don't know if she got herself adjusted or not. Is it people already asking about Kaede's whereabouts, her classmates and whatnot? Real friends can tell you what you need to hear. Real friends can communicate without words. Friends can tell each other anything. No, it's just a Google results about friends? I don't know, something like that. Writing their names. I did not expect to see this many henshins in just a, random episode. Water, that is her power. Crescent Moon Soul Gem. rain. Now, this is Madoka Henshin, right? She turned a solid color, more or less, then sparkles, explosion, and she's Henshined. And that's it. That's like what Henshins were in Madoka. But no, we are going beyond that. That leg out with some gear appearing onto it. This, I thought, it's gonna be it. Sure, it's not much for a Henshin, but it's still more than what Madoka offered. But no, we're going further. A pauldron appears. A gauntlet kind of thing? Yeah, a gauntlet kind of thing appears. The veil, and she's crying, so maybe it's not rain, maybe it's not water, it's tears. Something along those lines. Stars, tears, moon. Ah. And we get another Henshin back to back. Her attribute is fire, she's a brawler, she's a fighter, you already know her archetype. Heart Soul Gem. Emerges from the fire. Very trigger animation to this Henshin. Like, this is what... Come on. This is what Ryuko does during her Henshin in Kill la Kill. Right? This kind of a gesture with her head. Sword. A kick. Hey guys, did you know she's a tomboy? That's how you know it. And she likes the dancing mat games at the arcades, I assume. Mirrors, somehow significant for her wish, perhaps. Could be layers of introspection, layers of trying to look into herself. I don't know, all sorts of different things, different meanings. A twirly staff, and she's Henshined. And Iroha. Iroha runs atop of a building, leaving a colorful mark behind her. This reminds me of, well, first of all, Tron, right? But another thing, there are those like erasable tablet things, right? That you draw on, and the layer of plastic or whatever sticks to the back, and then you slide a slider, it unsticks the paper and or the plastic or whatever, and it erases what you drew. And some of them have a black sheet of plastic or whatever, and a colorful, multicolored background. So as you draw a multicolored line on a black background. That's the first thing I thought of when seeing it. Jumping off a building, henshining in mid-flight, feathers, bungee rope, kind of sort of deal, I'm not sure. And this is, I would assume, Ui's symbolism, somehow. Iroha either merging with Ui, perhaps Ui lives but only inside Iroha. Perhaps, I know, Ui is the one who gives Iroha her powers. I know, any sort of thing. That's a lot of henshins in a single episode. Yeah, that doesn't work because it's not sincere. Unless you weren't really fighting. The witch is smart. It's not gonna appear just for, no reason at all. And yeah, I can just flip my feelings and start wanting to make up on the spot. I guess it makes sense, even in a situation like that. If you're angry with someone, you are angry with them. It's not gonna change that easily. And she's really weird. Smiling all the time, playing the good girl, always apologizing. Why don't you apologize? Right? Like, it's literally a stop hitting yourself situation. It literally is a stop hitting yourself situation. Why does she always apologize and not me? Why do I never get to apologize? Well, do. It's really as simple as that. Now, sure, perhaps she has some, I know, unsolved traumas and whatnot. Kind of hard to tell what kind of a trauma you would have to have a phobia of apologizing, but maybe. I'm not sure. I hate her. I'm going to really end it. I'm sorry for making you my friend. Apparently, I really don't get her. I really don't get her as a character. She's wholly and entirely unlikable, but we are supposed to like her. Maybe we aren't. I don't know. She has this like really weird reasoning too, which really, I don't know what to think. I really don't know what to think about her. About her whole shtick of, why does my face hurt? Ouch! It's because of you! My face hurts because of you! What? I'm sorry for making you my friend. Maybe some deeply rooted hatred of herself. She genuinely doesn't want to be friends because she believes herself to be unworthy of friendship. I don't fucking know. What matters though is that it worked. And they get sucked into the witch world. A romantic and history Sayuki live dream in Kamihama. Why is Kaede always the one to apologize? Because you never are? Why are you always so quick to say sorry? Because you aren't? Or does she, like, want to wallow in pity? Is that what it is? She doesn't like Kaede apologizing so quickly because she, like, wants to spend some time crying into her pillow over a lost friendship? And Kaede apologizing on the same day ruins that for her? I don't know, but that's about the only, like, working idea, working theory that I have. Yeah, it's not Momoko, it's Rena being self-deprecating. I can't change even though Kyuubey supposedly granted my wish. What could that wish be, I wonder? I don't know. I no longer want to be a doormat, I no longer want to be a pushover, and that made her overly aggressive and overly, like, unrelenting in her relationships with others. Right? She became unable to reconcile. I don't know. I have no fucking clue. Now, thankfully, it's just an illusion. And this is interesting, that Kaede is here safe and sound. Are other people? That's a good question, isn't it? We know that more people were taken by the Chain Witch. Is Kaede the only one who managed to survive because she's a magical girl and managed to, you know, fend off the attacks? I don't know. Or is the witch, like, not attempting to turn anybody into thralls? She just traps them? But in that case, why aren't other people in this world and being freed? Maybe they died of starvation or something? I don't know. But it's... I don't know. It's weird to see Kaede standing here like, oh, sup, I was waiting when you're gonna show up. Nice to see you here. Welcome to my humble abode. I don't know, I expected here to be, like, strung up on chains somewhere in the middle of space with, I don't know, some witch poison being pushed into her body, or some sort of an imagery like that would actually show us that she's trapped there. Right now, it seems like she's been having an afternoon tea with the witch who imprisons her. Uh-huh. I could hear you. Once we're out of here, our friendship's over once and for all. We weren't even real friends anyway. Why is the Kyuubey here? You're selfish, yes. Self-centered, yes. Short-fused, absolutely. Anxious around other people, apparently so. But maybe that's okay. You're an asshole, but that's okay. Let me apologize. Then do. From what we've seen, if Kaede waits for you to apologize, she's gonna be waiting until the fucking heat death of the universe. Saying, let me apologize, and then not actually fucking apologizing is kind of, like, counterproductive. Although, I guess she did apologize once they got out, so there is something to it. Combo attack. You need the unit maximally broken out with, you know, 17 dupes, and then you unlock the combo attack. What was the role of Kyuubey here? Just came in, showed itself to Iroha, and then run off. Is this we? Is this we? I don't know, just a random thought. Juvenile Kyuubey is we somehow. And we get an apology, but not really. I guess it is as heartfelt of an apology as she can muster, so you gotta appreciate the attempt. You have always been and always will be my friend, Rena. There we go, they made up. That witch didn't drop a grief seed. What do we know about witches and thralls? Are they called? I don't know. Familiars? I'm not sure what is the name for, like, a witch's servant. we know that they don't drop grief seeds, only witches do. So either the chain witch was a very peculiar witch, in that she didn't drop a grief seed, or it wasn't a witch, it was a witch's servant. And a witch strong enough to create witch strength servants is still looming over Kamihama City. That seems like a Walpurgisnacht kind of a situation. Perhaps a Walpurgisnacht witch got trapped somehow in this reality. I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas here. But yeah, this is the thing I wanted to note down the most. Kamihama City has a witch strong enough to spawn witch strength familiars like chain witch. That seems to be the most probable explanation. Maybe it isn't. Maybe the chain witch was actually different somehow. But I would assume that this is the case. Have you ever heard of a witch that appears whenever the conditions of a rumor are met? Not really. Witches are always fairly self-driven, right? They appear when they want to, they attack who they want to. They aren't ones to be ordered around. So either it's just a witch's familiar, or it's a wholly new phenomenon. You girls make a good team. That's good. That's it. Someone remember Toka Nemu, not Ui, unfortunately, which makes sense because she was erased from reality after all. So it would be weird for anybody to remember her. 3 desks and 3 beds, though, and 3 chairs. It would be weird to have just 2 people in this room, wouldn't it? Both girls were already discharged. That's good. I was really afraid that they were both dead. Thankfully, they aren't. Unfortunately, we don't have last names, and we don't have the timeline. But we know they existed, which validates Iroha's dream, at the very least. And I guess Serena changed a little. Thanks to that, she decided to help Iroha. She mellowed out. That's good. I'll work even harder. Get your soul gem readjusted. Or something. Also, this landscape of things growing on rooftops. Out of my window, I can see a row of... they aren't quite blocks of flats, they aren't quite houses. They are like 5-stories tall or something with a triangular roof and an exit onto a little bit of a patio balcony kind of thing on the roof, which is supposed to be inaccessible. It's only for like maintenance crews to I don't know, fix the roof and fix the antennas and stuff like that. But someone somehow got a hold on the key to the roof, and now it's full of plants. And I love seeing that out of my window. I really do love it, and it really reminds me of this solar punk aesthetic of Madoka. Sorry for making you my friend. And this is a big reveal, or, well, supposed to be. I got spoiled a little by going through the list of characters. Mami is here, so either a separate timeline, we will have to see her interactions with other members of the main cast. Either a separate timeline, or probably not a pre-main series time range, um, because probably not. Because there are also other characters of the main series there, and there was no indication that they know each other in the main series, so they probably wouldn't be able to meet here. So probably an alternative timeline where Madoka incident never happened, perhaps. Either that, or it is a post Madoka world. But then again, some of the people we see returning aren't alive in post Madoka world. Post Homura world? I don't know. I have no clue. This is interesting though. Kyuubeys don't have access to Kamihama City. They just turn off. Yeah, just someone presses an off switch and they get disabled. Kamihama witches are much more powerful than witches in other areas. Yeah. Someone is gathering witches in Kamihama City. Who might it be? And for what purpose? There was one more thing I wanted to take a look at. There were like scattered papers at some point with some writing on them. But I can't see it anywhere. Oh, there it is. There it was. Somewhere around this part. No, there was much more of them with much more writing on them. Right? Yeah. I'm gonna find that and I'm gonna get back to you. I'm gonna pause the recording for now. Okay, we're back. I went through the whole episode at like 100 times the speed or something thereabouts, and I found the bit with the notes. There we go. What does it say? I hate myself every single day. When I look in the mirror, I feel nothing but disgust. Mirrors. Mirrors in Rena's henshin. I look like a terrible person. I wish I had a softer sounding name. Names with 3 syllables are cuter and easier to say. I don't need me. I don't need my face. I don't need my body. I don't need my voice. I don't need my name. I don't need anything. Everything about me should just be thrown away. Just like Momoko said, she seems so sweet and innocent. She's the exact opposite of me. To be honest, I can't stand this. I don't want to be a group of 3 instead of just a pair. I feel better when Momoko invites me. It feels more like she actually wants to have me around. Jealousy for Momoko. Yeah, it seems to be jealousy for her. I assume Kaede joined their team only later on. It used to be just Rena and Momoko. Where is Momoko on the list of characters? Wait, what? I don't see Momoko on the list of characters. What? No, there she is. Yeah, okay, she's there. Gotcha. Yeah, so it was Rena and Momoko, and then Kaede joined in later, and Momoko now started saving Kaede, protecting her, and not protecting Rena. And that made Rena angry. And also, and that's probably why Rena doesn't want Kaede to be her friend. But Kaede is friendly by nature, so she befriended Rena to her dismay. I just don't know. I'm not good at handling stuff like this. Momoko is wrong about me. I'm mean, annoying, arrogant, and I always say things that hurt people. That's just how I am. I want to change. Why haven't I changed? Therapy. Genuinely, go to therapy. Even though Kyuubey supposedly granted my wish, I want to change. That was her wish. That's why she has the ability to shapeshift into different people. I hate myself. I want to be someone else. Is that her wish? Perhaps. Can I rotate? Yes, I can. Not like that, though. Rotate off. Rotate 90 degrees clockwise. Oh, okay. I can rotate the video to my heart's content, but the subtitles will not rotate. Can I rotate the subtitles individually? I don't think I can, so I'm just gonna grab a screenshot and rotate a screenshot instead. Can I rotate it here? Or do I need to open it in like... I'm just gonna open it in Paint. That's gonna be the easiest. There we go. Now, how the... there it is. Rotate. There we go. Okay, I'm even gonna give you... wait, where is it? There we go. I want the ability to change into a different person. We know Rena's wish, so I was correct about that. I've become a magical girl with the power to shapeshift into other people, but I haven't changed at all. I can't change at all. I hate myself. So, she can change into other people. She can stop being herself, but only visually. The wish doesn't change her as a person. Okay, so a lot of self-hatred. That's where Rena's issues stem from, apparently. Why does that stop her from being able to apologize? I don't fucking know. But I guess it does explain her character a little bit, maybe. Okay. I think that does it. So, that was a curious episode. The introduction of gacha mechanics, of upgrading soul gems, was kind of out of nowhere and went nowhere. I'm not against it per se, because it's fun to think that Madoka, Homura, Mami, Sayaka, and Kyoko went through everything they went through without upgrading their soul gems once, right? Madoka became a motherfucking god, and Homura became a dimension-hopping god, essentially, without speccing their XP points into upgrades. It's fun to think that. So I'm not against the inclusion of it. I just don't really like how it was completely hand-waved. Right? If you establish a mechanic like that, at least use it. At least do something with it. Because without actually doing something with it, it's just a useless and empty wink, 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 gacha game, wink, wink, and that's it. So, I know, it didn't have to be there, I think is what I'm trying to say. Besides that, a decent episode. I guess we learned a little bit about Ui's past, that she had friends. She had a decent life, all things considered. So, what caused her to disappear? Perhaps a wish she made herself. Maybe she wanted to reconcile her friends. Maybe. Maybe her friends made a wish to become Mahou Shoujos, and that wish said, "But make Ui disappear!" or something. The addition of other people, the addition of friends, really opens up more possibilities to what happened to Ui. Right? Because so far we only knew that Ui has connection with Iroha. So her disappearance probably had something to do with Iroha, but now we have a larger, wider picture. So we can speculate a little more. Now we still don't have really any clues about what happened exactly. But we have a wider field to work with. So that's cool. I'm not sure what to think of everybody just retreating and then coming back. I guess they retreated for reinforcements, so okay, I can understand that. But seemingly waiting a day to save their friend, I would think they'd pull reinforcements like that, right? A quick call to Yachiyo. Hey yo, emergency situation. Our friend got kidnapped. Meet us at the coordinator's office in 5. We need to get her back. Meanwhile, it seems like Iroha had the time to go back to her house, to her home city, get a good night's rest, go to school, and after school they've met to save their friend, who might have been dead by that time. Thankfully wasn't, but still. Interesting that seemingly nothing happened to Kaede during her imprisonment in the labyrinth. Usually the goal of witches seems to be to convert people into thralls, and even the goal of thralls is to convert people into more thralls for their witch. So the fact that Kaede was completely and entirely left alone and unbothered, I'm not sure what to think of it. I really am not. Could they have taken like a week to save her and it wouldn't make any difference? I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I really would have preferred it if she was strung up on some chains in the middle of the witch space. And even if she gets saved immediately, right? They jump in, Rena sees what's happening, water blast, water blast, water blast, water blast, breaks the chains, catches Kaede, puts her on the ground, Kaede wakes up full and spry and whatnot. That would have been better than just have her, like, sit there scrolling through Twitter. Oh, hey guys, you're here. I was waiting. Were you gonna show up? Right? I like the henshins. I really do. Henshins in the main series were always very simple, very plain, just sheet of color, colored silhouette, some effects here and there, but mostly just colored silhouette, henshin form. In this show, we get some, pauldrons appearing, some weapon appearing, all sorts of stuff like that. It's more busy, and there's more to like. I guess that's another way you could call it. I like how they did it, for sure. Um, Rebellion also had more involved henshins, but I think henshins in Magia Record so far are the most involved by far. I'm not sure. I'm not sure when it comes to the length and whatnot. I would have to check them out. Whatever. Regardless, it's not a battle. It's not a contest of which part of Madoka Magica franchise has better henshins. Uh, what else? What else? I think that's about it. I'm curious what's the deal with the Kyuubeys. How can the juvenile Kyuubey, which is not really even supposed to be a thing, far as we're concerned, be in Kamihama City? Although not in Kamihama City proper, but rather in the witch world of Kamihama City, and seemingly without the ability to speak, very animal-like and not at all like the hyper-intelligent aliens that incubators are. And at the same time, Kyuubey, that we know and love, / love and hate, just cannot enter Kamihama City. What is so special about it? I think it might be the rule of some big bad witch who creates thralls as strong as witches. Or perhaps who enthralls other witches. That's also a possibility. Witches in fighting. A witch kills another witch, takes her soul gem, or rather a black gem, or black egg, whatever it's called, gets its energy, gets powered up, and enthralls that defeated witch to do her bidding. Plausible. I wonder. I wonder what's the deal, and I wonder if we will see the resolution of that within this season. I think it might take a little bit more. I think maybe by the end of the third season, if at all, by the end of this series. I'm not sure. Depends how much they want to leave for the gacha. Anything else? It's interesting how Iroha seems to be mostly a background character. That's also something I noticed. At least for the past 2 episodes, the story was about the new trio of magical girls that we've met. And Iroha is somewhere in the background with her sister problems and whatnot. It's kind of sort of driving force, but not really. She just sits quietly on the chair and looks at other people talking to each other and doesn't really bother them with anything. Only every now and then we are brought to the main storyline of the series, finding out what's the deal with Ui. It's interesting for sure. I wonder if it keeps up throughout the season or perhaps even throughout the series. I wouldn't be opposed to that. It's certainly an interesting and fresh approach, but I don't think it will. Also interesting what happened to Kuroe. She hasn't showed up. I thought she's some sort of a Iroha's friend, but maybe not. Maybe she's just a fellow Mahou Shoujo from the same city and they aren't actually friends. I'm not sure about that either. Plenty of things I'm not sure about, but that is the magic of Madoka Magica, isn't it? Trying to figure those things out and then being surprised about the resolution. But right now, I think that's gonna be it from me for today, but maybe you guys have something more to say. As long as it's not spoilers, say so in the comments down below. What did you think of this episode, of my reaction, my theories, stuff like that? If you do want to talk spoilers, again, not in the comments, on my Discord here, also in the description below. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, but tell me why so I can improve. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of future releases of not only Magia Record, but also Helkzom 100, Atelier Ryza, Nanatsu no Makengashi Haisuru, Undead Girl Murder Farce, and Ancient Magus Bride Season 2, and others coming at you in the future. I also stream sometimes, so you might want to click the bell icon to be notified of when I go live. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon, linked down below, or not. share my content, spread the word. It costs you nothing, helps a lot. On Patreon for $10 a month, you get early access to Magia Record and others, and for just a single dollar, you get a role on the Discord and a place in the credits. And right now, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's my wonderful Patreons: Kyuubey, Without a Net, The Corporal Survivor, Yankai Judo, Rescue, MMZ, Rain, Arcomancer, Marsh, Fussel, Dr. Wood, What, Yuki Ally, and Hans Peter. And you can join them without the need to defeat witches.